Hello, good morning, Nigerians, good morning, people around the world. Today's broadcast is going to be a very large one because a lot is happening around the world. Though we might not be able to touch on every single one of them, but the Chris will take his time to see how much we can do within the hour. It would be unfair to start this show without a special tribute to our man, our brother, somebody who has brought some pride to the black race, James L. Jones. For those of you that have watched Coming to America, you must have known him. He passed on, he rests on, and we say, rest in peace, sir. You know, these are some of the things we see. And when we come across this, we know that there will be a time to sow, time to reap, time to cry, time to laugh. That's how God created the world. We join the families and everybody, all well wishes to say, sleep on well. You're our hero. And the same way, yeah, that's it. You know, it's quite an interesting thing to see when you see legend pass on. You ask yourself, what do you want to be remembered for? I mean, very few people will die and the world will know. That's it. It doesn't matter whether you live or not. You're going to answer to God on how you spend the time on earth. Well, I'm going to use that time to say, yeah, we're happy for his life well spent. He has impacted very many of us, especially those of us in the entertainment industry. Another thing I wish to talk about, I really wish to talk about this, so maybe Nigerians can draw some kind of comfort from this. And this is a very challenging thing. Over the week, we saw what is happening in the United States, whether you like it or not. What happened in that part of the world will affect how you breathe, how you eat, how you smell, everything around you. America have a way of influencing it. Now, there's a big battle. These are two things. I want to use this to look at the Nigerian state. This is a clear understanding. It's a matter of political ideology. You know, some people are going to vote Democrat and they're going to vote Democrat. Some people are going to vote Republican, they're going to vote Republican. Not because of the candidate, but 90% because of the things they stand for. Over the years, we know that the Americans are very good. In fact, the world are more conservative than being Democrat because the Democrat tends to be more liberal. And I'm going to put some little bit this in context on this morning show, so that for those of us young and trying to join politics in Nigeria, might have one or two things to say between these two candidates or between the two political parties in the United States and in the United Kingdom. What do you understand and what do you think you know about your own politics in Africa? Now, let's put it this way. Harris today is the person representing the Democratic Party. We know the Democratic parties are more liberal. They will permit gay practices. They believe nobody should be discriminated for who they love. And they believe in big state. When I say that, maybe some things, I call them socialists. Before you know it, they're going to be calling them communists, but they are socialists. They believe that certain aspects of the economy should be better run by the state, that the rich should pay more, while the poor who can be supported. They believe in so many social facilities, like you see the healthcare as we see it in the United Kingdom, is something the Democrats will support. And yeah, let me say, they will support free education. You know, they will support free healthcare. All right, that's a good argument, right? I'm going to be fair to every party today. I tend to be a Democrat, but there are certain things I agree with when it comes to the Republican or the conservative. What are they? The conservative tend to believe in a smaller state. That is the key thing. Let's look at the economy. Let's look at the economy. Why one is saying, let us spend more money, let the state run more facilities so that the thing will be more accessible to others. The Democrats are saying no. The Republicans are saying no, you can't do that. You are not good at running the business of state. Let the rich, let the individuals run the state. Let them run the businesses. Let them run the healthcare. Let them run these things. That way, they can do it more effectively and there will be competition and it create growth. I agree. Over the years, we know Labour Party in the United Kingdom has been known for spending and spending and spending without knowing where they're spending from. They don't even know where the money is coming from. They just spend. And that's why I say, is Labour going to do the same thing they're known for? Spend us to bankruptcy, like what we see today in Nigeria? Or they're going to be, and this is another part of it. So when you say you're still going to spend more, meaning they're going to ask more money from the public. I mean, from the businesses. So under the Democrats or even the Labour Party in the United Kingdom, there's going to be more taxes. They raise taxes, especially on the rich and on businesses. No, but the conservatives are saying, no, tax these people less. When you tax the rich men or the businesses less, then they can expand and create more jobs. There is an argument. The question is, do you agree? But what is important between these two is when they come, you know who they are. In fact, you know the conservatives are quick to go to war. They go to war now. They tend to say, we're going to go and defend democracy. Hello. The Democrats are slower. You see, during the Obama time, the attack was less. In fact, Osama bin Laden made a very big mistake attacking America during the Bush era. But if we were to be the Clinton, they might be considering, but with the Bush, you're going to go to war. Anyway, that is something we learn over the years as we grow. We begin to study politics around the world. And I think the two places to learn from is the United Kingdom and the United States of America. And the big debate is currently going on there between Harris and Trump. Trump represents the conservative. Nigerians tend to love Trump because they believe in God. They tell you America belongs to God. Certain things are immoral. So Trump is not going to support gays. No way. Under Trump, he's going to tell you America belongs to God, that you cannot be a gay in the United States. In fact, entertaining it is an act of God. They say it behind, but they come out and but hey, with this lady, you can be anything as long as you're an American. You're free to live. It's a free country. Now, we do know that the debate is on in Nigeria. Do you agree with Trump when it comes to religion, or do you agree with Harris? I know many Nigerians, because of our religious status, of our religious settings or beliefs, we tend to go with Trump. Nigerians, we are yet to accept gay practices. We are yet to accept certain liberal practices, which the Democratic Party stands for, or the Labour Party in the United Kingdom stands for. But other part of it, in terms of economic policy, because we're poor, we tend to agree more with the Democrat because their ideology kind of favor the poor in society, taking more liberal also even to immigrants. So most of us who are around outside the world tend to support either the Labour Party or the Democratic Party. Whatever your argument may be, the question is, why are you supporting? But I want to say this in Nigerian to understand this. In 2020, 21% of adults in the United States were illiterate. So why are you making your mouth? You know what is 21%? And actually 54% had a literacy level below the 6th grade. The end for secondary school. Talking of United States of America. If I tell you how many of them had, in fact, I was trying to find the percentage, that only 23% or 25% of Americans have international passport. They've not traveled out of the country. So they don't understand this whole thing we're talking about, how America is controlling the world, what America means. They're talking about their own welfare. And when it comes to that, we're all guilty. Call them racist, call the white people in England racist. We are also. I said, even in my village, we discriminate the next village. Jesus Christ said it's not right to give the food of the children to the dogs. That's a debate for another day. Well, I'm not going to be dwelling more on that, but it's just interesting to understand, to ask you, that's the question I want. The reason I bring this in is, who are you supporting in the United States? Is it Trump? Is in this? And are we going to be contributing to the election in any way we can? That's up to us. But Perhaps what is more interesting is ask yourself, that political party you're supporting, is it PDP? Is it APC? Is it the Labour Party? Why are you supporting them? What do they stand for? Is there something you can be sure that when this party come to power, this is what we're going to get? Or it's just going to dance? Like Tinubu, we don't know what Tinubu, I don't know what that Tinubu is. I've not read to be fair to them, I've not read their political, how do you call it? Their manifestos. Is it not the one I saw? Which one is not? African parties tend to conflict, talk about everything at the same time, model it up because they want to win the election. There is no single ideology. And a human being without an ideology is somebody that goes to church without a belief. You know when you go to church and you don't believe in Jesus Christ? Or you go to mosque and you don't believe in Muhammad. What are you talking about? That is exactly what it is. There have to be a belief that brings the people together in the name of a political party. Well, I'm going to take time to take a look at all that today. But just for you to know that the way we have our challenges in Nigeria, the Americans, they are more or less the same. So trying to win an election in the United States, you are up against 21% who are illiterate. They don't even read and write. That's, you know what, who is an illiterate? He cannot read. He speaks English. That is his language. It's just like me speaking my language now. It doesn't mean I can read and write. Right? So if anything is not read in Urubu, some people will not understand what you're talking about. If things are not said in Hausa, they will not understand. The question I ask, how many percentage of Nigerians are illiterate? And now, when you want to win election, you have them, their vote counts. They are citizens. The same way you're going to deal with Americans, the vote of the president and the vote of the uneducated man is equal to 1-1. Well, that's the society, that's what democracy stands for, and we embrace it. That's not the topic of today. Today, I said I'm going to do on something very, very difficult. And I said it's going to be, how do we empower our loved ones? I don't think I'm prepared for this. Because as I was about to talk on this topic, I find myself that I am guilty. I don't know how many people will be so free or so open-minded to take what I want to talk about. But before we do that, I want to know that Nigeria is on fire, which is the biggest challenge of our today. Reading the newspaper, the flood in Maiduguri. I'll just share this with you. It's not something I think we can, I don't like sharing this kind of pictures on the screen, but I just have to. This is a very amateur video of what a community has become. Now, this happens every year in Nigeria. I mean, every year in a country called Nigeria. Yet, we tend not to be prepared for it. I know Delta State is coming. Flood disturb how many, I can't count how many lives it takes. I don't think how many people must have died in this kind of, because they are unprepared. And even if we're prepared, this is just a flood, something that could be controlled, not a tsunami, not something you don't. In fact, Nigerians are dying from mere things like this. May God help us. Sometimes I'm worried that I'm asking myself, if all this oil you people are drilling from my place, what if earthquake happen tomorrow? Because you're drilling, you're taking the soil, the nutrient from the soil. If there's a crack, that's what leads to earthquake. Because when you suffer the ground, the natural ingredients are gone, they could lead to a crack, and the crack is an earthquake. Are we prepared? Is there anything for those of you people like Tinubu sitting all 24 hours sharing all your money? Do you know you have the destiny of so many people at stake for this mispractice, for this stupid money you guys are sharing, blood money you people are eating? Some people could be drowned. Look at an example now. This is not even a natural disaster. Maybe the dam is broken, or maybe something is, and now water entered the community. We are all dying. We are not prepared. And I'm going to see the governor of any state is going to sign, constructed road. This road will be swept away now. They're not even where Nigerians. So good. Anyway, we wish our brothers in Maiduguri and the environment that we're sorry. I don't know how to put it. We sympathize with you. We share your pains, and anything we can do. It's good to bring this out to the international community so that at least if there's those who are NGOs within the area, anyway we can support them, they can always reach out to us and we'll try and raise any fund we can for them. That is that'll be by the way. But today, like I said, I'm going to look at how we empower our loved ones. Anybody watching me today, if you've been in the Europe for some time, I'm not going to look at the papers myself, but if you look at the papers, you can see that the federal government just set up open IDP camps as flood submerged 70% of Maiduguri. 70%. 70% of Maiduguri currently submerged. It's disturbing. It's disturbing. And I pray that the response should be swift. It should be non-political. I'm not going there because of religion. I'm going there because people are dying, because these are children of God. If nothing else, the Muslims are children of God, the Christians are children of God. If you believe in the God you're calling God, God does not know you to be a Muslim. God does not create a Christian. God creates human beings. All are his children. So no matter what you practice, I always say to people, I'm a Christian because of where I'm born. All of you looking at me today, the reason you practice the religion you're practicing is because of where you're born. If you were born in Saudi Arabia, all of you, then Mary, when Mary come, if Mary were born in Saudi Arabia, for the cover her head to toe, you would have been a Muslim. She's a Christian because her parents are Christian. They told her everything bad about Islam. She has probably not even read the Quran. And I'm going to start with that today. And Mary, are you back? Because this girl, in fact, I need to really get you married quickly, because you're becoming, if not married, I will take get money from you, make your husband come carry. So you come to, what's wrong with you over there, Mary?
I'm not using the camera like this. I have to use another means.
What happened?
The camera is not picking. So it's not showing on the mark. So I had to use the face camera on the back and come inside.
So how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing this morning?
Okay. You can see flooding all over your community.
Yeah, that was the Maraba area. So for those that are coming back from work yesterday, it was.
Are you saying this is in Abuja?
Yeah, that's Maraba.
Oh, I thought this is from Maiduguri. This is because I mean Maiduguri, from this what I saw, government is setting up IDP camp 70% submerged. I thought it was the image you shared with us. Maraba.
No. Yeah, that's Maraba. The one in Maiduguri, I think the vice president was there, Shetima.
He has to be
there to see what happened in Maiduguri. He even entered. I think he entered inside the water. Later on, I saw him inside the car as well. So it's not funny. But I know that soon the rain will end, because it's been serious recently. So maybe it's actually trying to end. It's been disturbing.
No, that's a good to know. Maybe I was just saying something just now, and I said people should go there and go and support Nigerians. They can't support children of God. They shouldn't go there to support Muslims. They shouldn't be going there to support Christians. It should not be politicized. And I'm going to ask you this question, Mary. Have you read the Quran?
I've never read the Quran.
Good. Have you read the Bible?
Yes.
Okay. Why have you not read the Quran?
Maybe because I was born and brought up into a Christian family, and everything I've been doing, you understand, surrounds. Yes. Anyway, I go to the church and not the Quran, so I had to practice the one that I was born into.
Yes, and that's it, Mary. I watched this documentary. It was made by a South African. Then I used to, my first company in the UK was called African Film Talk, which I'm trying to bring back now. This called Culture Clash. That's what's the title yet? that there's a language in the film. You're born into a culture. You're not born with a culture.
That is why some people grow up and change. Even church. You said a lot of people will tell you, I was born into this church, but right now I choose to be going to this church.
And because of their exposure, you see the thing. You are born into a culture. So that is the first thing first. Your parents born you now into the Christian culture. Maybe they born you a Catholic. As you go on, you might find out, oh, maybe you listen to Adeboye, or you listen to, no, I'm not going to be Christian anymore. I want to be redeemed, or I want to be Mountain of Fire. Then you change. But it's always very hard to see somebody completely change from that faith where you are born into something else, like Islam. It's hard. Why? Because we are not always open to see the other side of the story. And of course, your people will tell you, the people that teach you, I mean, the Christianity will tell you, don't even read any other Quran. It will pollute your mind. It will destroy you. I'm an adult. Let me make decision for myself. Don't tell me what will kill me, what will not kill me. Let me read and decide where I need to be in life. You see, and that is, it boils down to these things we're talking about today. You understand? The hatred, the things we see in Nigeria is actually not peculiar to us alone. Like I gave an instance just now. Only 21% of adults in the United States are illiterate. I quit school, I not go school. 21%. And even 54% down. Now secondary school they reach. Do you understand? So I'm going to give you the one in the UK as well. So it's not true that every society don't have a challenge, but what is peculiar to every single one of us is we stick to where we have been born to. You understand? Born into. And the thing that can help us to change is when we are now exposed to another thing. The reason I talk the way I talk is where I've been exposed. The things I have been exposed to, the documentaries I've watched, the movies I've watched. Like I said now, there's a film, a documentary I watched that educated me in Europe. It's called The Other. Mary, that if you watch the documentary called The Other, amazing piece of documentary. It says that the only thing that unites us together is our common hatred for the other. We don't see it, we don't understand it, we don't even know what we're doing. But the thing that unites human beings together is their common hatred for the other. You know, no, they not mind that they be Robo. Robo people will come together and say they are Shekiris, don't mind them. You understand? So our hatred, our ability to display that the Shekiris are not one of us, make us unite. They are Ghanaians. We are Nigerians. How many Nigerians are really friends? Oh, they are Christians. Oh, they are Muslims. How many Christians agree with one another?
The thing is, I would have said maybe if Nigerians, if we're speaking one tribe, you understand, maybe we would have loved ourselves the more.
No, maybe even the same parents. You know, those days they were fighting. My father said, "Why did you marry many wives? That's why children are divided." Evil children from the same mother, they break heads. They kill one another.
That's true.
So when you think of that, you just have to now learn that all the things you have been told, are they true
or not?
In respect to your parents, the Bible says respect your father and your mother. Yes, that is the Bible. What did the Quran say? What did all of them? You understand? The most important thing is, what message do you preach? Do you preach humanity? Do you preach Christianity? Do you preach Islam? What kind of things do you preach? Do you preach God? And until we learn that, and that is as a human being. No, I'm not even talking as on political ground, but as a human being. The reason you're practicing whatever you're practicing now is because of your parents, or where you're born, or the things you've been exposed to. I've not read the Quran. How can I appreciate the Quran? You understand, Mary? One day, I was just, it was when I got, it was about 3 years ago now, that I begin to just watch the journey of Prophet Muhammad. Mary, just go online and look at the documentary of Prophet Muhammad. You love the man, Johnny. You understand? He's a prophet. Johnny is amazing. He had to run away from Mecca to Medina. Or they would have killed him because he was saying the truth. And when they talk, the way and similarity between Jesus, Johnny, and Muhammad was that these guys, they locked themselves. They were away. Before Jesus Christ started the journey, he went into the wilderness, to the desert wilderness, and fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. That's the journey of Jesus, right? If you go to Muhammad was going to this cave to pray, secluding himself. That's when he heard from God. He said the description of the message that when you hear from God, no, you can't, the pain is so much. He said, no, I'm not ready to face this. God said, you're going to go and do this. Again, is that the narrative I've been told? No. The question I asked myself one day is, when I finished watching the documentary and I listened to the gospel of Jesus Christ, I concluded that had Jesus and Muhammad met on earth, they would have been friends.
Because there is similarity.
It's the same thing. Their journey is the same. They're talking to me about the same God. They're preaching the good thing humanity has to offer. You understand? And I agree sometimes with some of the things Muhammad did. Jesus Christ was too quiet. They put him down, they perished him. They killed him. Muhammad was not ready to be killed. Do you understand? And there were sometimes Jesus had to even escape. I would have killed him earlier. He had to leave. That is how much truth. Anyway, we're not going to spend time on this today, but I'm just going to say to people that our brothers and sisters in Maiduguri are suffering. These are human beings. They are not Hausa. They are not Muslims. They are children of God. Created by God. This whole thing you are taught here now, Christianity, Islam, Baga, put it aside. These are human beings who, on a good day, one of them I could marry. You understand, Mary? These are human beings that you can be your brothers, your sister. Come on, man. We should learn to put politics, because politics, all this religion, these things and that. That's why I started the show asking Mary if she has read the Quran. And I'm going to ask many of you watching today, have you read the Quran? And those of you Muslims, have you read the Bible? When you finish, if you cannot, sometimes people can't read these days. So I always say, pick up it, just go on YouTube and look at the documentary, The Life of Jesus Christ and the Life of Muhammad. No, there's a guy that wrote a book, a Muslim that wrote a book about Jesus. He was fascinated with the political life Jesus lived. Not him as a religious leader, you understand? He was fascinated because Jesus Christ was, if the time Jesus was alive, this time the society was they were under the captive. The Romans were the people ruling. It was under the Roman Empire. So they were oppressed. So the Messiah the Israelites were looking for was somebody who's going to take them from the bondage, the physical bondage. But that was not Jesus Christ preaching. That was, are you the king of the Jews? There were so many politics there. It's quite an interesting book to read. Anyway, what do I know? I'm only going to say one thing I know. People in Maiduguri suffering today, they are not Muslims. They are not Hausa. They're children of God. Mary, I see here, Mary is not a Christian. She's not an Igbo girl. She's a child of God, created by God. And God expects us to do one thing, to show her love. That's why he said, love your neighbor as yourself. The whole Quran, the whole Christianity, everything they're going to preach there is going to surround that thing, or it's not going to work.
That's the annoying part is we don't die with this religion. We don't die with the tribe, right? Any day you go, nobody will be talking about whether religion or tribe. You're gone. And you'll be accountable for whatever action you took when you were in the world. So the thing is, at the end of the day, love should be the order of the day.
Thank you.
Because I think I was in a vehicle one day and this particular Muslim is a Muslim, the man, I think he read the Bible and he said, reading the Bible, he comes to understand that Jesus Christ and Prophet Muhammad have similarity. They were arguing that day. And the thing is, the way he was arguing, if you're not averse to the Bible, this man will finish you. So he said we are just the one fighting and killing ourselves for some things. That if we see these Muslim people that are being violent, that it is not the Quran that advised them or that actually educated them to violence. You understand? That the main Islam preach peace, preach love.
That's true. That's true.
Islam will not say you should go on the road and start.
Have you sit down with a correct Muslim? God, my best friend who was working in Nigerian embassy, and Inusa is a Muslim. He's the most peaceful and the most likable human being I've ever dealt with. I can rely on him 100% more than the same brother, same mother with me. Do you understand? Is he not? But do I see him as a Muslim? No, I saw him as a brother. Maybe because we met in Europe, we didn't forget about religious thing, and now we're dealing with one another. You understand? Maybe the day you live there, you will not remember a Ghanaian. A Ghanaian become your best friend here. Because in UK here, any black man are your brother. Because they fight one another.
Because you buy in a white man's land.
Exactly. You see the difference? Now that they fight each other outside Yoruba. When I come here, when I do Nigeria week, you need to see Nigeria week. Every Nigerian you see here now your brother. You don't know whether outside, whether Yoruba. You know they do your mind. Do you understand? If Ghanaian man are your brother, how can a Nigerian man today? This is sense of who we are. We are born in the image of, in the likeness of God. So that likeness of God in us is the love we have for one another. But these conflicting things about life tend to throw us away. And the politicians, like I said, I started this show, Mary, with these two people going for this election. Look at them. They're going to tell us things we want to hear so that we'll vote for them.
That's true.
And it's their job to do so. And it is our job to agree and disagree.
To believe them, even when we know it's not true.
Exactly. And we're going to fight for them. We're going to break our head for them, even when we know. Now, I am glued to Harris. It's going to take me an act of God not to believe in Harris. Maybe because she's a black woman. I don't know. But I have tend to love the Democrat for a long time. But sometimes today I was analyzing the different. Do you even know? No, I ask black people, do you know why you support the Labour Party? You understand? Do you know why you support social party? Some of them are even the ones that are responsible for our slave trade. But they've repented. You understand? You see, politicians, politics has destroyed this world.
It has. For people that are losing money, for people that are enjoying themselves, we'll now be here fighting and cleaning ourselves. I think you'll be surprised. The next election, you'll be surprised the person that will win. Forget the way we forget.
Not in Nigeria. Nigeria, I think we are not seeing this more.
But they're easy to forget the way we suffered, right?
They'll
just do away with all the years of suffering, all the lamenting. And he's still the first worst president we've had. So what happened? That is just it.
I know. You know what Tinubu is going to tell us now? Anytime they are saying, you know what they say? Oh, you are the one that even defending them. Oh, the Hausa people are not. Let me bring the paper. That's what we're going to start with now. You're going to say, oh, they are not. They are fighting Tinubu now because their brother is not in power. Is it not daily trust? That's what we're going to start with. That's even what you said, Mary.
I am the one saying it.
Yes,
I am the one saying it.
Yes.
Tomorrow you will come back and say Mary said this, even if I'm not here.
Okay, Mary, I believe you. I believe you, Mary.
I'm telling you this. I was there when Buhari was still in power. And we're taking the papers. I could see the difference. I don't forget. I keep to details.
But Mary, let me ask this. Is what they're saying true or not? Or you just want to believe?
Why were they not saying the truth then?
Yes, Mary. The question is, Mary, Mary, how many times did you say bad thing about SRTV?
You said?
How many times did you say bad thing about SRTV?
How many times did I say bad thing about SRTV? I'm confused about the question now.
Because SRTV is where you are. That is your company. You hardly say bad things about them.
I need to protect it, right? Because I'm here. Yes. I can understand. So they should not come and start acting like they were sent. When...
No, they never said so. Maybe what I take from it is, what they say, is it true? To the book, don't tell me they are fighting you. What they said about you, is it true? You understand? Every time my father said, they say na juju na they won't kill this application. He said, "I don't treat the sickness when they body first." That's the man.
So now that the crazy thing is, why is guide them? Why have they always been bringing out the important things on the dailies? Same goes with okay, I think at the time Punchfield, right? It's even now that Vanguard started bringing out the stories that want.
Vanguard is doing well. I think Vanguard have issue with Tinubu. I think they're not in good terms with Tinubu. I don't
Just
know
like
for what
Arise.
reason. You understand? They are not.
Just like
They are not.
Arise.
They're the only one telling us the other
I
side of
don't
the
know
story
why
today.
Arise TV they are taking Tinubu's with personal. I don't know why you're taking it to personal.
But you know what? Not to let Tinubu. When Vanguard, I want to agree with them during this crisis in Delta State. You know, it's only Vanguard that was telling us what will happen to the Kwama people on a detail. You understand? They were very blunt, and I want to why these people? Vanguard will never know you to be this strong. Since when? Maybe there's another new editor in chief there. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot.
Can you remember? Can you remember that it is just now you started liking Daily Trust? Why have you not been talking about Daily Trust before?
Yeah, because I'm liking Daily Trust now because of the headlines. Of course, the Daily Trust will make me realize that I'm quoting them, that the senators, which no other paper dare to say, that senators in Nigeria today are going home with £1 million a month. That is a news I should
there's a
talking
level
about.
of change in Daily Trust.
That's good. And Mary, whatever causes, you know, I always say, if Jesus or Allah make him a better man, I'm all for it. Whatever makes you a better person, I am supporting it. Whatever makes you more human. If Christianity makes you more human, okay. If Islam makes you more human, okay. All I want you to be is be human.
No problem. Daily Trust should continue.
So let's start with Daily Trust this morning. Take on this. Let's read Daily Trust. First thing to do. Daily Trust, where are we? Don't forget, we're coming to the topic of today, empowering the Nigeria, our loved ones. But let's take a look at Daily Trust first.
Okay. Over 200,000 displaced children missing in Maiduguri, flooding. That's the big story on the Daily Trust. And we have corpses float as cemetery washed away. Houses, Shehu's Palace, hospital submerged. Crocodile, snakes escape into communities. Shetima consoles victims as Zulum reopens IDPs camps. And all these stories on page 10 and 11.
Maybe did you read those headlines?
Daddy Chris, you know what I'm thinking right now? Imagine if I'm living in this kind of place, like the way I always run and leave that area. Oh my God!
In fact,
Wow.
I know two people. I know two persons who cannot be there now.
Crocodile,
you and your former manager, princess.
Into communities. So you be in the house. You don't know what to enter your house. No. You can see how terrible this is. Oh my God!
It's scary. It's scary, to be honest. It's scary. Very, very scary. There's no two ways about it. I can tell you this. This is scary. So, wow. Look at the cemeteries now. Everything, cops are floating everywhere. You understand? Animals, you don't know what you can see.
But the degree is how comes Maiduguri, of all places? That's not a river.
That is the level of emergency we're trying to talk about here. The level of emergency is scary.
Of all places,
it's scary. It's scary.
I'm so surprised. Oh my God. Then we have Ajaro's arrest, violation of trade union freedom. This is coming from UK TUC.
No worry, they are the same people. How do you put it? They are birds of the same feathers. You understand? They know how to go on strike a lot in the UK too. The TUC, they're always going on strike here, Mary. So they are bound to support Ajero. You understand? Ajero, you had the best support. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what they do. They're gonna definitely. Ajero was coming to address this union in the United Kingdom. That's why they arrested him. Tinubu didn't want Ajero to fly to be the man of the day, because he would have been the next president of Nigeria if it had been allowed to address this union. It was scary. I'm sure Tinubu couldn't stand that. They caught the man Johnny short. But you know what? When things like this happen, you're standing against the truth. Now, I don't like Ajero. I don't know him. I think he's a coward. But Tinubu, what Ajero is saying, is it true or false? You're going to fight him, yes. But what is he saying? Has the man said the truth? To go attack an innocent person? And you said you're doing what? I don't understand you, sir. I really don't understand. You know, and arresting him is the highest level of shame a government could go to. The world is watching. Gone are the days where the internet was not there to disseminate news. Because what happened in UK today is going to be in Nigeria the next second. We're not waiting for BBC. People, journalists are even going to lie against you first. Now you're giving them room to perish you. Who is helping Tinubu in making such decision? Arrest Ajero. Who is Ajero? Ajero, what can Ajero do to you? Ajero is a coward. Someone that couldn't stand, hold the protest when he had the word behind him. I'm asking them, those of them supporting him now, what did he achieve to come back at 70,000 naira? Ask them in the UK. Somebody went to a meeting with the president and accepted to be paid, that his people should be paid 70,000 naira minimum wage. Do you know why 70,000 naira in the United Kingdom? Less than 35 pounds. Less, it's actually 34 pounds. That is the minimum wage in Nigeria. And that is what he accepted. I don't care why he accepts it. If he cannot do the job, he should quit. Then we get another labor man who can deal with the government and sit them down. Like I always say, I don't think the government is broke. The reason we are broke, that's what I want us to address. And anybody that just come, give me money, I don't support him either. I want somebody who put the government, sit down. This oil money, we cannot share it anymore. We're going to use this oil money into production. You people cannot pay yourselves so big amount of money. We can address the problem of the Nigerian state so that the oil money, the small money we are still getting, can be reinvested into agriculture, into different sectors, so that there will be jobs and there will be prosperity in the land. And everybody will be well paid. If you tell the federal government to pay you, they don't have it. If you tell the state, nobody can give you the money you're asking for because they don't have it. They're broke. The only solution is to stop them from sharing, giving money to people like Obonibodi who's going to share. All they do is share. This money would have been invested in agriculture, would have been invested into housing. You will have electricity today if they stop sharing. Not that, because the money they're sharing is not enough. It's not, if they used to pay all of us, it will not be enough. So the little money we have coming from oil should be seen as a seed money. I love that word, which we're going to plant and it will germinate and there will be prosperity in the land. We are still lucky to have something to trade for prosperity. Now we are devouring our prosperity. These politicians are, in fact, you see the crime. I don't know why people can understand me. That's why I'm angry on this show. Now, we have a problem. Our problem is we're broke. Fact. We don't have enough money. That's a fact. Now, the bodies, the union are crying to say, we want to be paid more. That ain't going to work because the money is not enough. So what we should be making our demand as labor or as, I love ASU because you are my best friend. I expect that the hope of this nation is in the academic people. These are the people that would have been able to say, government, this is what we're going to do. To hell with this your stupid plan. To share with you people getting 1 billion. To hell with this, to hell with this. This is what we're going to see. Until the money, the sharing philosophy is changed so that we all go into working. And we can do that easily. Yesterday, I sat down with this young man who talks about agriculture. The possibilities. I will only give 1 billion naira to all the local government now for farming. If you don't deliver, you will be arrested. And that is the kind of president I will be. I will give you the money. In fact, sometimes I won't even give you the money. Because if you finish the money, I may not have nothing to say. So I'll give you the resources to farm. When I say the resources, I'll give you the knowledge, the know-how, and I will actually partner with you. Every state governor will be making money today from agriculture if they follow my model. This young man just said it yesterday. Imagine I, as a state governor, work with my universities. I will sign contract with them. So you're not doing business, you're doing business. As an investor, I'm not giving you money. You're going to make the money from what I'm doing. So I'm going to fund the university to start producing the seed, to generating the seed that we're going to plant. So we don't go abroad. We're going to generate the feeds for animals. University can do better. What can the university not do? Even when it comes to packaging, like what we saw in FUTA, they cannot help. So you're going to do the beginning and the finishing. I do that with my academic institution. The private individuals will now take on this seed and begin to grow their land in partnership with the government too. This is your acres of land, you plant. Your acres, there will be too much food in the land. There is Tinubu sitting down on there sharing money, and there is Oboriwori and his other governors sharing money. How can we progress? And there is Labour saying we want to be more paid. We are in problem. Big time problem. That's why Ajero must go. Ajero is the one we know that would have been able to think better. Of course, ASU is going to come now. ASU is going to say, we want to be, we want to be better paid. ASU government that is broke, is going to pay you. Where's the money going to come from? Whereas the same university will be making more than 100 billion a year if we make university to work. Only Nigerian university will make us 100 billion naira. Pounds, not naira. What is trillion pounds? Trillion naira a year. 100 trillion, I guarantee Nigerian university to generate that money. It's not rocket science. Now you going to this government to pay you more money. Where is the money coming from? That's been my argument. And here we are today. We are back now to things we should be talking about. Federal government arresting Ajero. For what? Ajero is a loser. In fact, you should be happy that you have somebody like him. Tinubu, if you have a madman like me, you'll be sitting up now. Because all of you, every single one of you will be in trouble. In fact, I wouldn't want to walk into the prison because before you even arrest me. That's where I belong. But this country will remain on standstill until you stop sharing money. Period. I don't want any labor say, pay us more money. We don't want more money. You see, and I'm going to bring the topic of today. Mary, that brings us to the topic of today. Let me bring Mary back, quickly back. Mary, I don't know what is wrong, though. They don't want us to see your face. There's God, though. I don't understand you.
I not see me.
No, we can't see you. Yeah, now we see you. Amen.
Okay.
Not that your face, the picture is blurry enough, so they will not come to see you, Jenna.
Okay,
wow. We better marry you to this Ajero back. Anyway, you and Ajero, like I said, two of them will go back tomorrow. I will approve the marriage again. Anyway, Mary, what I'm saying is this. That brings us to the topic of today.
Is it better?
Mary, I won't be able to. Don't worry, we'll manage it. Sometimes nobody won't know whether you find again because this your picture, no, they help. Anyway, Mary, I'm happy. Let's just finish this daily trust. Then we're going to talk about the topic of today, which is empowering our loved one. What we all can do, Mary, go and correct your camera. Come back quickly. All right, try and correct it. It's really bad. All right. People, like I said, we are in for a challenge, and when Mary comes, I want to finish this daily trust, and then we're going to go into the topic of today. Like I said, it's not a pleasant topic. It's the topic I want to use to challenge every single body in Africa today. While we're telling what the government can do, which I have just explained, I'm going to ask you, what are you doing? Now, all I hear from people abroad is, and it's true. I was married to this white woman, and when I send money home, she doesn't understand. And I called her and I sit down and I said, listen, sending money to Nigeria is not just a moral obligation. It's something I am born to do. I'm here because of the sweat of my family. It's either you stay with me or not. They didn't understand that. But the question is, of what use has that been? And I can see now how many money sending agencies springing up on a daily basis. It's the best business if you want to do. If you are in abroad today and you don't have a money sending business, you are a loser. All right. Let's hope that Mary will be clearer now. All right. Let's just go. All right. We'll go with it as it is. It's fine. When I don't want you, I'll get rid of you because of your look. That's all I can do.
So complete the daily trust, right?
Yes, complete it.
Okay, we have Nigeria's crude oil production rose to 1,352 million naira in August. And this coming from OPEC. We have Israel kills 248 Palestinians in safe zones as rights group condemns siege. And that's on page 32. So we have our story down here that says 1,000.
125,517
terrorists. Family members
you have
surrendered.
this your boyfriend Akpabio, una go stay the same place. Akpabio not fit pronounce figures. Akpabio
Surrendered in DHQ. DHQ. That's on page 6. Okay, let me take it again. Right? 125,517 terrorists, family members surrendered, and this coming from DHQ. We have a retired judge charged with assaulting neighbor's wife on page 22.
Assault am assault. If they go marry, if they go sleep with her, when they be assault, they tell us why is they assault neighbor's wife.
And maybe he's trying to, you understand, take advantage of neighbor's wife or do something funny to neighbor's wife. So we have
when you say assault, not different kind of assault.
And it means that she does not give him his consent for whatever he's trying to do.
Okay. Assault now, somebody you beat somebody, you fight somebody in assault too. Oh yeah, let's go. Maybe not physical assault.
In the several terms, it can be different.
Amen.
So we have youth block road over killing of charcoal dealers in Bauchi on page 29. 5 bandits killed, corpses dumped in Federal Capital Territory community on page 17. And these are all the stories we have this morning on the Daily Trust.
You see, very in the way you're right. You understand? It's good, and it's somehow it's good to listen to all sides of the story. You understand? Especially what is happening between the Israel and the Palestinians. The question is, you find out that if you want to see the part that Israel is doing wrong, which Israel does so many things wrong, you're going to hear that from the Arab papers. They're going to report things as it suits them. Then the Christians will always report things in favor of the Israelites. And the question is, 2 people who are supposed to be brothers and sisters are killing themselves. Now, the story reaching us, if at all it is anything to go by the Bible, is these are children of the same father. Killing themselves in the barbaric manner in this new generation, and we're smiling or we're supporting one for the other. Disgraceful.
So why did they now generalize it? Israel, Palestinians.
These are children of Ishmael and Isaac. Children of Abraham. That's what we see now, Mary. They are not enemies. Children of the same father. Killing themselves in a barbaric way, and the world jubilates. We have reason to support one for the other without looking for the truth. One part will report this, the other one will report this. I'm not for this, man. Kofi Annan said they lack the civilized code of conduct.
Wow.
They need to change. I'm not supporting one.
Have they not killed enough? Have they not killed enough?
Good questions.
Have people not died enough already?
If you listen to these people, they are people that will never listen to anybody. And they tie it on religion. They build it on religion and begin to kill one another. You children of the same father, you should be ashamed of yourself. And you can imagine where Abraham is looking at this thing happening. So his children killing one another. I don't want to go into that. Anyway, that's not the topic of today. I don't even care. It's like got to the point I don't want to listen anymore. I don't want to listen anymore. Because nobody can excuse the killing of innocent human beings in the name of a religion or in the name of a piece of land. That you're going to die and leave. Land that you don't need. Land that belongs to God. The same God you said you are calling on, you're going to leave the land for the God. May God help all of us.
Yes.
Anyway, Mary, I said that is where we're going to try, and maybe when we come back, Mary, I want us to look at this topic together, right? Like I said, Mary, yesterday we had the opportunity with this farmer And my conclusion, which might not be true, may not be correct, I'm not, nobody have monopoly of knowledge, is that if the state, for instance, if I am a governor of a state, or if Oboriwori in particular, like our governor, is busy doing constructive things, he will not have time to construct roads. You understand?
Yeah.
If it's into business, and I don't see where it is so wrong for Oboriwori to now say, okay, the state will partner with farmers under the Ministry of Agric. I'm not saying the governor even do it, but you work with me. That's my interest because I want money. Ministry of Agric gonna make me money, and this is how we're gonna do it. You, the universities, you charge generating the seed, because what we know now is they need seed to plant for the crops. And even if it's chicken, you can bring the pigs and all those ones. Then you give to farmers to go and rear until they get big, and then the individual farmers will now take from what this, because we cannot allow these people to begin to breed their own seed. It's burden, it's rubbish. The universities are there to improve on what we have. And what the university can do easily. That's why they study. The university in Nigeria can produce the feeds that we used to feed our chicken, the feed for birds, for the thing that consume all our money if you go into fishery is feed. This is they eat a lot. So the university can do that and make a lot of money. This is where the government will say, okay, I'm working with you, university. These are your job. You will produce these things and you will generate them in quantity. So the people will come and buy it. In fact, I'm the one that's going to buy it from you and give it to my farmers. And I've talked to every farmer. Every farmer, you have a piece of land, you're a farmer. You don't need to do anything. I'll send tractors, they'll cultivate the land. So I'm not going to buy your land from you. The land remains your own. You are working with the state. The land is yours. You cultivate your farm. And I'll give you what to plant. I'll help you to even send the tractor to do it. Your own is to maintain the farm. If you don't maintain it well, you're going to be hungry because you're not going to eat. If your farm is going bad, you will not have food to eat. We will even shame on you because we've given you every opportunity. You gave your land, we asked you what we can do, and we've done something with your land. So you should be feeding yourself or feeding others. Maybe imagine how many farms land we have in Delta State and how much. Say, for instance, now, some people plant tomatoes. You now bring the tomatoes, you buy the tomatoes again and give it to the state, to the university to process it into can and have tomatoes puree to sell. Maybe imagine how much the state will be making. But they're not doing that. It's busy constructing roads. How can we? And are you going to such a person that you want more money for your salary? He doesn't have it.
He doesn't. And
he doesn't. He does not have. No, it's the same thing. Tinubu is just a loser, like every government. This is the problem. Now I'm saying they've all faulted it. They're all wrong. You understand? And now, in the absence of the governors and I'm asking those of us, even abroad, even the senior ones, or those of us who have made money in Nigeria, how do you deal with your people? You understand? I have a family, they are broke, they don't have food to eat, they call you every month, they come for money. Every day you come for love. You have you read? Oh, no, never born you when this music start to play. You know,
every story about the Chris, they have not born Mary that time.
But maybe this is true now. You know, it's Freddy's Liberty.
Which one is Freddy's Liberty? Is he a musician that we know? Is he more musician of my time that I will know?
No, but you even know this one. This one don't rain. He say, Ngozi. He say every time Ngozi come for love, Ngozi, you need to listen to Freddy's Liberty. He say, now we dance Freddy's Liberty when we're young. I'm your lover boy, lover boy. I'm your boyfriend.
How many of these musicians that I know? You know them? The one that I know.
God, sit down. This one, they need to know me. All these musicians of today, that they need to know me, not be their senior. Now the musician, what you don't know how to tell you. But what I'm saying,
all these old musicians, I know them now.
How many? No, you don't know. Only Oliver the Cook now you gonna know because Oliver the Cook transcend generations. You understand? But you're gonna not know Liberty. Liberty was a great guy. You know, these were the guys that started singing some love song in the 80s. But what is beautiful about them is, I think in the 90s, even not the 80s to the 90s, it was a beautiful time. Mary, when you see what we went through, I'm saying now, every day your family come for money, you will give. Come for money, you give. But these families are not really looking for you to give them money. Funny enough, I'm abroad. I say, I don't send money tomorrow. Every month now, I pay some, or they give some money to people in my home. You don't need that. You are like Tinubu right now. You're sharing money.
The problem can never solve. But
It can never be solved.
if you empower these people, you will stop sending money.
And maybe if you empower them, they probably think they've gotten some money, they go and marry new wives. You make them to do business with you.
Even if they do business with you, they can still marry new wives. Because
no, yes, in that case, they are working, they are earning, and it's continuous. Maybe, say for instance, now, I'm saying to my family, today now, not like before, there's WhatsApp. You can now set up a WhatsApp. Maybe you have some money, you are a big boy. If I'm going to make the simple one, I don't want to go into farm now. Say you want to build a hotel. This hotel, your job now to do this. Now do some money will take come from this side. This is not your hotel. This is not your hotel. This is not your hotel. Everybody they do it. You the manager. I must get so amount of money from your hotel. So he's managing it for you, and it's a joint business. The hotel I own, 40% I own, 60% I own. As he run, we share the profit, maybe. You understand? That person, that your brother become an asset. Anything you think he can do, I just use hotel. Because our hotel now have footballers they buy, now politicians they build. When they finish, they go build hotels. Maybe funny enough, we not give it to people who don't know to run. They go see the money. But what we're saying is that if you want to work with your family, if we choose, especially those of us abroad, can invest in the capabilities of our home. We all come from a home, which is the agri sector. I'm sure your father have a piece of land. That is not that an old woman is going to farm and doesn't know what to do and suffering. If you had seen the whole family now, it's okay. How many plots of land? The one we get now, not rich, make we buy journal. And this is what we're going to do this year. You, this is now your plot of land. Show me your land. I will go cultivate them for you. Like the governor now, like I'm saying. You understand? You help the person to cultivate the land. You buy the proper seed, and that place grow. You and that person share profits. He not go ask you for money again. In fact, he has made the money for you.
That's true.
So every day sending money to Nigeria is not an empowering. Like I said, baby, if you want the best business in UK today, the one that is fast rising is money sending home agencies. They multiply daily because they're making money.
Because people are sending money.
Yes. So there's no shortage of money coming to the country. But the question is going into sharing formula too. It's not going to productivity. And that is why we are still going to continue to share and share and share, and you continue to send and send and send. The family that have succeeded are the ones that have tried to say, okay, let's come together. There's nobody that will not shoot you. Your brother is even better than the rest. Though they shoot you with impunity. They almost want to kill you, but they're still better. Nobody that will not kill you.
And the money is not going out.
Exactly. If you sit down with them and you plan with them and you do this with them, they probably bring you income and also have a job. Because a farm that you don't tell the man to do anything, only that land that is his own, 9 ground. You are not there to monitor the farm or to even weed the farm. His job maybe not to weed the farm, which he can tell somebody to do and he pays. But you know what? He's now the manager of an acre of farm. Maybe cassava farm. If it's well managed, in 6 months, that place alone will generate about 5 million naira today. Imagine you get all your family members to begin to work. How much are you going to make? Then we have, in fact, you have made them make money and you have made money. Rather than sending them money.
You now see that the financial burden will be less on you. It will be less because
nobody will call on you. They will not even be calling on you. They will pay their children school fees. Now everybody, my brother, I believe people say, my brother won't go to school. I don't say this one to her. You are living one wicked cycle, primitive cycle. The same thing the Tinubu government is doing. The same thing Obodo is doing. You just bring and you share. Obodo would have done better if the money is sharing, if he has given to them, like I said now, show me your acres of land. Go and control that farm. At the end of the year, we want to see the money. The rich year, farm 6 months, there'll be results. That young man in his farm yesterday, you imagine what he's gonna make. If he get the right support, you know what that guy gonna make from the farm, Vegetable farms. Imagine if the seed is not coming from the universities. Where, you understand? Well, because if you not produce the seed well, you will get into trouble with governor. Governor is paying you for it. You understand? So you're producing seed. It's not free or university. You are there, you pick your because university are like villages. They take our land and waste them. Use the land well. Use it to cultivate, to grow these seeds and sell back to me. I'm your governor, right? So your work is producing seed. If university will become a place where people they go work, not only academic institution where people they go train. You understand? The university will begin to employ every local people in the area self. Because as you are working,
there's this saying that when people are eating well, hatred reduces. It is hunger that makes trouble to come in. When somebody is hungry, they want to fight you. It's hunger.
They will, and they will fight you. They will fight you.
But so if they're eating enough, they will not have your time.
In fact, I come home today, I was asking somebody, do I really have time to fight? What business do I have with you? You understand? You're wasting my time. So maybe you see a healthy society, which is what God asks us to do, really. And the love, they say, God said, love your neighbor as yourself. You never feel love your brothers and sisters. Like what we see now, the Israelites are killing the Palestinians, the Palestinians are killing the Israelis. In the name of what? Land, food that you don't need. Cultivate the land. That's what God said. He said you should take it and kill yourselves. The brother didn't know. The brother which the Quran preaches or which the Bible preaches. The world religion came from these two regions. These two people killing themselves on the face of the world. They are the one that brings this two religion we are practicing. If we can practice it well and they cannot, it's not a shame on them.
That is it.
And who are telling me to be taking of you as role model? You're not my role model, man. None of you. And it comes down to some of the things we see today. We're living in a world where hypocrisy is the order of the day. And whenever we say, Mary, they're going to be angry. People are going to be offended. But I like when you're offended, meaning I'm touching you where you're not supposed to be. There is no wisdom in sending money to Nigeria without thinking what we all can do so that we can get out of this. Because I'm not your slave. I come to UK, I'm going to work. And when I work, I'll bring the money so you and I can be better. But I'm not going to make your life better by sending you money. I'm not going to give you the money. You see, I tell people, Mary, I was on NTA and the guy was saying, but how do people raise money? How do people make money? You know, the problem is raising finance. And I said, that is the easiest part of it. And the guy said, how? I said, no, Mary, the easiest part of a business is actually raising money. And the guy couldn't understand me. And I said, okay, listen, if you go to a rich man, and you tell him that, okay, if you give me 1 million naira now, see what I want to can do. And when I do, in another 6 months, I go make 1.5 million. Okay, I go bring your 1 million with 200,000. The way the man go value that 200,000, it be like 200 billion. A rich man want to make more money.
That's true.
The only reason your brother is not giving you money is you are begging him to give you money to take away. If you tell me, my family come to me say, bros, if you do this thing, money go come, I will listen to you. The one that comes to say, if you give me, make I take go, I know give her. The Bible said it. Have you seen the parable of the king, of this man, the rich man that gave his seed to his people to go and plant? He was angry when he came back that one of them, he put the money in the same place. He didn't, the one make profit, and he gave that one that make profit more money. We are human beings, and he compared the kingdom of God. That was Jesus Christ. He compared the kingdom of God to that king, to that big man that shared money, the same amount of money for his three servants. You come to a rich man and say, bros, if you give me this money, I am sure I'm going to make this. And you show him. If that rich man not call you back the next 2 days, not even tell him, write him, send her to him by text. Let him read it. Say, I'm waiting this, my brother, talk my true. Don't, if now somebody when you know if they talk to, just send on this message. Say, bro, see what I want to do. If I do this, I need 2 million naira. I know say if you give me the 2 million naira, but not be gift. Let us invest it in this. I will manage this, and this is what we'll get. This will come back to you. I will get this one. This is the man go, he go look calm. He go fear you first. Especially if the money not small, go first give you, may trust you. If you try him, you go get 2 billion. All the money, he go give you. You understand? So and that's what I'm saying now. If you give your people at home, the people at home, if you give them money, they will take. But if it comes that let us do it in such a way that me that is here, I want to be successful, I want to be free from suffering in Europe as well, so that I can come and enjoy. So if you're helping me to plan the money and the money is going to bring me more money, why will I not invest it on you? But if you come to me every day, you come here, hey, brother, send me a total amount of money. You were. I'll continue to work and send. That's what we are doing in Europe. We need to change it. We need to learn this mentality. We need to move out of this sharing life, which is good, but it has not helped. Every time, Mary, did you ask yourself why God stopped manna from heaven? It doesn't cost God anything to continue to pour manna down. When we needed it, when man needed it badly, God brought manna from heaven. When they was hungry, Jesus Christ changed the food to bread. Why did he not continue to do it? Because God wants us to multiply. It was God's work to say, you go and multiply, not me. I've done my own bit. It is your turn now to multiply.
Nobody wants to help you to see eternity. We are human, and
it's even against God's wish. God created that man to multiply. He created you to multiply. You must make that man multiply for your own good. God, you see what is it now? God is in heaven looking at us. He's smiling. He's angry with Africa, I can tell you that. You know why I know, Mary? When I come down from the flight on Heathrow Airport, Mary, you need to see the light. You see the whole world, shining. You understand? The light alone, as you descend into London at night, beautiful. The firmament, when we talk of up, it did down. Who did that? That is the work of man. That's what God wanted. He said, you go and do the remaining work. Now God will come and come put electricity for this my room. Now God make me and you they talk today. But this is what he created. This is what he instructed. This is what he wants us to do. He's smiling. But when you are home there, you're not feeding yourself. God is angry. God talking before, not me talking for the Bible. Go and read the Bible. I want to bring that portion of the Bible back before the show will end. That he gave his servant, he gave Africa, same thing. Gave Europe the same thing. Gave Asia the same thing. Someone will go plant. Africa never will plant their own till tomorrow. When they have a better soil, you think God is happy with them? God will take it from you and give it to those that have. Let's go on a break. When we come back, that one too hard there. I'm not saying that God caused Africa, but make go read the Bible. When we come back, maybe go explain to us what did that portion mean. Don't go away, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your Srtv Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 070-6237-9915 or 080-7082-7331.
Welcome back. Maybe if you have Bible there, we will read this portion of the Bible with people today. We will not even read this news again. Luke 19 from 13 to 27. Okay. I want people to read it. God, you understand? And what you compare the kingdom of God to this. Man. According to Luke, it's even 10, he gathered 10 of his disciples and gave them equal money and said, go and do business. You understand? Beautiful piece. Beautiful piece. I'm using the Bible here. I
Okay,
know
so
the,
can I go? I'll
huh?
read from, so I have to read from 13, right?
Yeah. If you can, it will be amazing, really.
Okay, so he called 10 of his servants and gave them 10 minas. Put this money to work, he said, until I come back. Verse 14. But his subjects hated him and sent a delegation after him to say, we don't want this man to be our king. And verses 15. He was made king, however, and returned home. Then he sent for the servants to whom he had given the money, in order
Okay.
to find out what they had gained with it. Verse 16. The first one who came and said, Sir, your mina has earned 10 more. Verse 17. Well done, my good servant. His master replied, because you have been trustworthy in a very small matter. Take charge of 10 cities. Verse 18. The second came and said, Sir, your mina had earned 5 more. And verse 19. His master answered, you take charge of 5 cities. And verse 20. Then another servant came and said, Sir, here is your mina. I have kept it laid away in a piece of cloth. And verse 21, I was afraid of you
Wait
because.
there. That's enough. That's enough. You see, Mary, that's enough. You see how Jesus Christ was comparing the kingdom of God to this. And look at Africa today. Of all the continents in the world, God gave us equal. In fact, sometimes He gave Africa more. What did you do with it? I'm asking.
Allow me to finish this this one. I wanted to see what you will say.
I think the message has been loud and clear. He gave them money to do business, Mary. One went and kept the money in the pocket. The last one, okay, maybe see what he said to the last one. That said the money, that he kept the money in the pocket. Read that one. Let's finish it. Only that part.
Okay, he said, okay, that is from 20. Then another servant came and said, Sir, here is your mina. I have kept it laid away in a piece of cloth. I was afraid of you because you are a hard man. You take out what you did not put in and reap what you did not sow. And now the master replied, I will judge you by your own words. You wicked servants, you knew, did you, that I am a hard man, taking out what I did put in and reaping what I did not sow. Then 23 say, why then didn't you put my money on deposit so that when I come back, I could have collected it with interest? And 24 said, then he said to those standing by, take his mina away from him and give it to one who has 10 minas. That first
Idiot.
one.
That's enough. Take from the idiots and give it to the one that is productive. It's not me, it's Bible. Mary, do you understand? And when you look at Africa today, you can see the people that made Africa what it is people like Tinubu and Oboribori. They refuse to cultivate our land. What is wrong if we have university today that cannot be? Oh, you know what? We were waiting. With the time God say, I beg God, what do you know? I beg, we don't keep your money, but I can't take it back. What will God? God will take it from us and give it to them. And that is what is going on. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, this is what we see. Maybe when you sometimes what we talk about might not make sense to many people. But if they can take time to ask themselves simple questions, and sometimes you would say, I don't believe in the Bible. It's not the Bible I'm quoting. You understand? When you see how God works, God created this world, and in fact, verse 2, Genesis 2, and he put man. You understand? After creating, the beginning, God created the heaven and earth and everything. On the 7th day, he rested. That is 1. 2, and he put man in the garden and said, now, continue. And this is exactly how you must relate with human being. because of the instruction of God. That's why the firmament on the sky of London is now more beautiful than the firmament on the sky. Turn your camera, look up. You will see more beauty down when you are coming into London. Who did it? To the glory of God. It was God investment. God invested in people in UK, in London, and they've turned their city to this. God is happy with them. When they come down for some places for Africa, they only push in the sea. As we leave them, that's what we keep them for God. May God take. No, what are you talking about? It's not the Bible we're reading. The guy said he kept the dinner somewhere. And you know what? You know what God can do? He take them from there, give them to those who are using it. You know what? That's why we were colonized. Kai, that one too hard. The same land where you not see use for, Oyibo come, see the use, they take them. You they cry, hey, if I can't take my land, were you using it? Is it not the activities, you've done the action of people like Tinubu and Oboriwo that cost it? Now that we can change, or even you that is in Europe, that is not cultivating, what are you doing? I rest my case. I don't go talk past like this, Mary. Because if I talk past like this, now slap I go get. Better one.
Okay, it's because you're in Europe, you will not talk about Europe, but if it's Nigeria, you face us.
Maybe I don't talk. Maybe I won't tell them, they say those who have ears, they've heard. If they don't know, say that's a primitive way to empower loved ones by giving them cash. God for continue to give us manna from heaven. In fact, this portion of the Bible for not tell us, say, the one we not get, God forget sorry for him. If I can't give him, that's not what God did though. He said, take it from him. Give to the ones that know how to use good things. Because when I created the world, the next day, I told man to be in charge. Mary, are you not impressed that today we can watch each other? I can see you, I'm here, you're in Nigeria, I'm here. And I will broadcast it, we're talking to one another. I talk one day, I say people the verse say, the world is going to keep changing. You understand? The way we eat, people go, time go reach, people not going to put things for mouth. Before na hand, we take put food for mouth. But today, na spoon. It's going to get better. Even the way we make love. No, Mary, the way we make love is going to be better. I said, a time will come, people will no more physically have intercourse. They will not. They will consider it barbaric, dirty. So many things will change. In fact, I watched this movie by the Demolition Man. You need to watch that film, Mary. It's not a very old film. And this guy, Sylvester Stallone, was playing with Wesley Snipes. You understand? Beautiful film. What I took from that film is that by the year 2050, people will no more having sex. They use machine. They put in your ear. This one put his own in your ear, and they get satisfied. Beautiful piece. And when I was in it, then I was confused. I said, "What is this guy talking about?" Now I can see. Now I can see what I'm moving to say. Sometimes, really, it's hard for us to admit change. Change is the most difficult thing. The only thing that is so difficult to accept is change. But change is not necessarily bad. God created us to make the changes. It's because of the action of some people trying to make change that we have electricity today. There are things, there will be behavioral changes, there will be physical changes, there will be technological changes. All of them are what God asked us to add to the world. I don't know whether God said make they pump people for, so when gay people come, they do so. I don't know whether that one are part of them, but changes are bound to be there. You understand?
No, but you know that every changes there must definitely be good and bad, right?
There will be bad and good part.
Don't talk about the positive change. Negative change will always be there.
There will be negative ones.
The ones doing their fellow men, that one is a negative change. Nobody.
I think so.
Maybe
this is what we see now. Maybe with time will come, it maybe who knows? Maybe I've learned to be quiet. All I know is I don't understand it. Don't come with me. You understand? If it is so, we do it fine. But don't. As long as don't touch, don't inflict me with it. I'm cool. We can live together. Mary, that's a beautiful day, and I want us not to overflog it. Let's read one more papers because the topic of today is a little bit too hard. Don't you think so? That we're not reading the Bible telling Africa they've not done well. They're telling Tinubu. I'm using Tinubu to talk. I'm not talking of Africa. I'm saying Tinubu, by the time you're not productive, you are doing something against the will of God. Nobody worry. If you're not productive, you are actually a demon. God will take whatever He has given to you and give it to those. Don't you ask yourself why God kept quiet and Africa was colonized? Well, we suffered. I know that's a big area to go to, but maybe we should ask why it happened. What I see in the Bible now scares me. The judgment of God is different from that of man. God does not think like us. God has a word to run. He has a beautiful word to run. And He gave, is it not true? Let me say this. I know for those of you saying it's not true, did God not give you what He gave to the white man?
He did.
He gave us more. What we have in our land, did we use it? We left it as it is. They're the same forest when as it is, now so it did. So when God now gets angry, say, okay, that your petrol. Now another Oyibo will come cultivate and take and go. But who owns the petrol? Whose land was the petrol, Mary?
It's in our land, still in our land.
Who they can leave now, Oyibo, in Jesus' name. Mary, let's read one more paper so that we'll go come on. This topic is too difficult. I said it before. It's not a topic to talk about. When I come here sometimes to talk about this are the fear. Because I don't know where it will lead me to. Because when my mouth begins to open, the Spirit begins to lead me. I'm not the one, Mary. I didn't know I'm going to give you this verse. The Spirit led me. Sorry. Let's go.
We are gradually doing God's work now. Who knows?
I told you my church is church of service.
If you can be doing one Christian show now, I think that is good. I can join you.
Am I going to be a Christian? Do you think I want to do a Christian show? I want to preach the service of God.
That's what I'm saying now. In this show, what you it's total preaching.
The Church of Humanity, you understand, where God is reverend, where God will is really being talked about, you know. And that in my church, probably you're going to read the Quran and you're going to read the Bible because they say the same thing. You know, that's my church. You know, church of service. Scary, yeah, yeah.
I heard that your pastor is now complaining that they're not making money again. The one you are always supporting, Damina, because the church they have refused to be paying. They don't not pay tithe and offering. So what did he do? I think he had to close this TV station. That they should close it. That he's not going to force it. In the church, they refuse to pay any money. Anytime God provides, they continue. So that is it. If you preach against something, it might still fall back to you. It might come back to you.
Anyway, that message it's not true that people should not be given the will or even to pay certain things to the church. It's not necessarily bad. But by the time you tell us that if we don't pay the money, that God will not bless us, that you don't have this salvation because of tithe, that one now out of order now. That means I said the truth. I'm sorry. If there are certain things, it's true to because the reason I put money when I go to offering. I go to Catholic and I make sure I do small offering. Why? Because I'm happy that the place is open on that day for people to worship. It must have cost resources for us to do so. All right? For resources for certain things, for the pamphlets I'm going to read. The people that are going to feed there. I respect that. But don't tell me that if I don't do that, I'm not going to see. There's one that I always said that say you're robbing God or whatever, some stupid language they use there. No, that's not good. Damina defeated them, and they know. Well, even Damina, you know what happened, Mary? Make we laugh, say Damina even church failed. They killed Jesus because he was saying the truth. So Damina is going to face. He started a war. He probably doesn't know. They're not going to keep quiet. Those beneficiaries are going to keep quiet and watch Damina say this thing and go away. When they know what this papa they get every Sunday at the end of every month, you can't stop them. Jesus, you go rest. Jesus Christ was angry. And he went and scattered the place. From that day, they know say they will kill that boy. From the day Jesus Christ entered the house of God, scattered that thing, they knew he was a target. From that day, he can do anything. Mary, let me tell you this. And I dare to say this. And I will say this when I keep quiet. When Martin Luther King was actually preaching against racism, it was okay. But by the time Martin Luther King moved from racism to the poor, between the rich and the poor, now that time he need to die. You don't understand, Mary. There are some places you don't go to. When you trample on wealth, the money of some people, you gotta go. I raise my case. Let's not go into that because I probably will not be able to come out of it. Well, I cannot defend certain things, so I keep quiet. This is a international platform. We have to be careful what we say. And Mary, I wanted us to read one more paper so that we can close the show.
Let's see what the Vanguard has. The Vanguard.
Vanguard, okay. Vanguard, they shoes on you, not be me. Aha.
And that's my own best paper.
Okay.
The history on the Vanguard says Ajeru, nobody's above the law.
That's what the federal government is saying. I said, what did they get with Ajeru? They go talk him. I better read the underlining things there. What's your excuse? Are you there, Mary? Why now? So the Mary go just disappear. When I say Nigeria, say Bible said, not be me be the king. Not be me read that portion of the Bible, but bring it back. I'm not the one that brought it. That God was so angry that he took what he gave to the one that said, I know you are a very shrewd man. You will reap where you don't sow. The same person that gave you the money, not being get the money when he give you. Somebody gave you money to go and do business or do something with it. You say he's trying to reap where he did not sow. Where did he get the money he gave to you? God had created you. Where did God get money to create you? And God is going to reap from where he did not sow. God created you to multiply. It's not me. Go and read Genesis chapter 2. I'm going to start the show tomorrow with it. I've said it again and again on this show. If you look at it, it is not a very far portion of the Bible. Bible is very good though. I love the Bible. It's not Genesis 3, not Genesis 4. At the beginning, they only tell us that God created heaven and earth. The second thing God did was left to keep man in command. And he instructed man to do one thing. Cultivate the land. Till your land. That's what the Lord said. Not me talking. That's the Bible. So if you're not tilling the land, you're actually doing this, or you are challenging God. You are saying what the man said to this king, that you reap from where you don't sow. Are you saying God is trying to reap where he does not sow? After suffering to create the whole world, created you, and say, go and multiply, till your land, and you're telling God that rubbish. Exactly what Tinubu is doing. Unknown to them, you cannot blame them. But it's not an excuse. When the judgment of God will come, it's not an excuse. Say ignorance is not an excuse before the law. As I'm going to try and end the show today, my name is Daddy Chris. They don't want me to talk more. Make her quiet, because if I talk more, I will go prison. I never want to go prison. The time never reach. When Jesus Christ knows, he never complete his mission. Never reach time, so he go run away from death until the time is right. So my time never reach. When the time reach, I go wait for now. That's why I end the show today. I no go talk more. I say I no go talk more. Now you get my mouth. I no go talk more. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Looking for a home away from home in Abuja? Look no further than Srtv Shortlet Apartments. Our fully furnished apartments offers everything you need for a comfortable and relaxing stay. Unwind in spacious rooms with exquisite ambience. Cook delicious meals in our well-equipped kitchen and relax in our comfortable sitting rooms watching your favorite shows. And guess what? 247 Wi-Fi available. But that's not all. Srtv goes extra mile by providing a car to take you around town during your stay. No need to worry about navigating public transportation or hailing taxis. Explore Abuja at your own pace. Book your Srtv Shortlet apartment today and experience the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. You can reach us by calling this number 07
Srtv. Srtv.